blessed to have you all here. And in today's live stream, we have over $100,000 worth of grants to go over. So I don't want you guys to miss out on these opportunities. Plus, this grant live stream is just so you can ask me any questions or have any concerns. You can voice them here in the live, and I'm going to definitely help you out. For those of you who don't know me, and this is your first time ever seeing me, welcome in. I'm Superior Shelby. I'm a 71% successful grant writer. I've been writing grants for 10 years. I've helped school, churches, organizations, nonprofits, tech ideas, startups, and small businesses like yourself get over millions of dollars in grant funding. And fun fact, I'm here in Nigeria on a big couple $1 million grant. So happy to say that. And if I can do it, then you guys can do it too. All right. So I'm so blessed to have you guys here. Let's go ahead and get right into these grants, and also get your pens and papers. Obviously, this will be a replay, so you can definitely, on your own time, go back to the video. I'm also going to post the links directly to the grants that we're talking about in the description of this live stream as we're going along. So that way you could just simply tap on the description and go ahead and apply to these grants yourself. Okay? So, hey, welcome in. Good morning to you guys over there in the US. It's definitely the afternoon for me here. It's 3 o'clock per usual. All right, so let's get into it. So I want to first talk about grants, and then I'm going to show you 4 really good grant opportunities that's going to total out well over $100,000 that you all can apply to. So grants. Keep in mind that grants are debt-free opportunities that we simply don't have to pay back. So there's no personal credit checks. There's no IDs needed. There's no social security needed. There's none of that personal information needed. Also, you don't have to provide any of your bank income statements. Now, you can get grant funding from 3 different places. You can get grant funding from like a business entity. So that can be Macy's, Walmart, Amazon, Uber, whatever have you. They give out grant funding to help themselves out on taxes. Then you can also get these grant funding opportunities from your state and local government. So that can be, for example, grants for businesses based out of Miami-Dade County, grants for businesses that are in, let's say in, I don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, right? So each state and local government has their own, community funding that they use to give out these grants. Okay, that's not always federally funded. And then also, last but not least, you can get these grant funds from, different private sectors like nonprofit organizations, donors, private investors that simply want to give you all a chance and give back to their community. Okay, so that's the 3 places you can get the grants from. Now, these grants that we're going to talk about today, I use the grant search engine called grantwatch.com. Grantwatch.com, it is a $40 a month subscription, but it's super worth it, especially if you decide that you want to consistently apply to grants yourself. Now, this is a grant search engine that you will search and apply to. You will search for grants, and then what you would do is you will create your own grant list using like a spreadsheet, like Google Sheets or Microsoft Excel. Okay. Now, grantwatch.com. So that's grantwatch.com. And if you are just getting started, you're not confident in your creative writing skills, and you just want to have a clear, defined understanding of what these grant applications are asking, well, Hello Skip will be a really great app for you to download so you can kickstart your grant writing journey. So instead of you having to go like head forward, right, for these big ticket grants, and then you're kind of like confused about the vocabulary, well, Hello Skip will help you with walking through all of that. Okay, so you can download the app Hello Skip. You can use my invite code Superior Shelby. It's all together, and you'll have access to over 30 grants a month. Okay, all right, so now that you know where you can get these grants from, you also know like what search engines I use to find these grants. Definitely want to go ahead and show you guys these 4 grants and stuff. But before I get into that, let's talk about being properly prepared. The number one reason why most small business owners and startups get denied for these debt-free opportunities like grants, accelerator programs, and incubators, it's just simply not being properly prepared. Being properly prepared is in addition to you having your business like foundations, your business set up properly, but also having a business plan, a business pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video. If you have those 3 key credentials, it will truly help you with answering the questions, and it won't feel so so much pressure on yourself with trying to make sure you're answering these questions correctly. Because these questions are actually very direct and simple. What would you do if you were rewarded the grant? How do you how are you innovative in this market? What differentiates you from all of your top three competitors? Who are your top three competitors, and why should we choose you instead of not choosing the other candidates? So if you have a business plan, it will provide your mission statement, your vision statement, values, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, your risk analysis, and it also some market industry information that you will need. So having a business plan, a pitch deck, and a 90-second pitch video, at least, even if you don't have like your LLC, EIN, and things like that, you are limiting yourself when you don't have your LLC and EIN. Let me tell you why. If you are a sole prop or you are operating under what's called a DBA, aka a doing business as, aka a nickname for your business, then it does not show commitment to your idea. So it's very important that you push forward with getting your LLC, making sure you have your EIN, and then all of the other business foundations that you need to have properly set up. Also, having a business website will truly help you with increasing your chances of approvals. Because imagine you are trying to sell a service or product, but we can't Google you or we can't even find out about a little bit more about what you have going on. Well, that's the purpose of having a website. Even if you are in a high earning industry and you believe that you don't need it. For example, trucking. Well, if you are in trucking transportation and you are looking to get like a trucking grant, well, wouldn't it be smart if you had an actual business website, even if it's a one page landing page that actually outlines like what type of trucking you do? Is it medical courier services? Do you do refrigeration transportation, or are you into car hauling? What type of trucking do you do? And why are you such a reliable company? And why should grantors, investors, and others be willing to give you some money towards your business idea, right? So having those business foundations will truly help you with increasing your chances of approvals. And also it'll open up so much more doors for these grant opportunities, just debt-free opportunities in general, okay? All right, so let's get down to it. I see you guys have a question, so I want to answer the question first, and then I'm going to show you the 4 grants that you should be applying to, especially if you qualify for these grants, okay? So keep up with Hustle Press. Hey, what's up? She says, Shelby, I have a question. How do I pick up funding for music? I have made music for 23 years, and I am wondering what's the best way to go about it. Well, I'm not really too hip in that, and I'm not even going to lie to you, simply because the music industry is all about streams, and it's all about like content. You guys can make money today, yesterday, tomorrow. Like and also it can get very tricky, especially if you are your own independent artist. But there are grants out here for artists, but these grants might be very specific. So I advise that try searching to see if there's any grants like available to you using grantwatch.com. And then if you don't find it, then what I will also advise and suggest is being in different community groups that cater to your particular genre of music, and seeing if they offer any sort of like incentives. So like, do they offer grant opportunities? Do they offer like any sort of mentorship, one-on-one consultations, things like that? Do they offer to put you in different like rooms to where you can network and potentially get you some people that will invest into your art, right? Because music is a form of expression, it's an art, right? So you have those opportunities you can go for, but there's not always a lot of grants out here for creatives. But there is a creative grant out here right now, actually. So maybe when you use grantwatch.com, you can find it. But I don't want to like, I don't want you to like have your hopes high and say, oh, okay, I want to get a grant because I'm simply in, I'm doing music and stuff. Like that's not always 100% guaranteed because music is just really an industry where you gotta consistently invest in yourself and like, always put your best foot forward. And it's all about, those streams. Really, that's from what I understand and what I get out of it. Even speaking with some of my friends of mine, like I've been able to help them get like grant funding, but they own actual recording studios. One of my good friends, he's owned a recording studios for about 11 years now, and we've been able to develop some like creative music programs um, specifically for like children that want to get into the music industry, things like that, right? So that program, because we created that program, it's kind of more of a nonprofit type of thing. Well, then that's how we were able to get grants for that project. but it's nonprofit, right? So it does not go into hit none of the money goes towards any of his artists that he signed or anything like that. All right. So that's generally how it works. If you decide that you want to create some sort of creative program, and you want to make it into a nonprofit, then yeah, you can get grants for that. But if you are an independent artist yourself and you're looking to get some sort of money, then honestly, put together your portfolio and try to get signed. Like, try to get signed, or just keep putting yourself out there on social media and see how it works. See if the algorithm serves in your favor. See if people want to support. And yes, you can put your music on YouTube, right, and start making some YouTube revenue. As an independent artist, like, try to use all of the social media, like the social media platforms you can, to try to go viral and keep pushing your music out there, right? And I'm not a music manager by any means. I'm a person that has been doing content for like over about 7 years or so. So listen, I just know more about content. And I know that when you have a very catchy song, and it's like TikTokable, and when I say TikTokable, that means like this song, it can be anybody on TikTok can dance to it or whatever. It can go viral quickly. That's just what my personal experience that I've seen over the last couple of years. Okay, so I hope that was some good enough information to motivate you to just kind of get more into your community and find other opportunities that go for you. Okay. It's cool whether it's $1 or 500 million. It's still the same energy, right? Sell your music to people for their background music for content, right? If you're able to, that would be cool. Thank you. Yeah, I hung up the Tech Nine and I hung up Tech Nine middle school, but 2 months ago I was chatting with Tyler. Thank you so much for your wisdom. Oh yeah, always thank you. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Good. So I hope that was grateful. I don't really get too many artists. You guys have your own community. I'm really for small business owners who have a service or product. But shout out to you, and God bless you on your journey. All right, so let's get down to the ones who's making things happen and being extremely innovative. Hey, good morning, Abdulia. I hope all is well. And Noni, what's up? Welcome into the chat. You're always welcome, sister. All right, so I want to go over this grant. This grant is really, really cool. I'm so happy to bring this grant to you guys. It's called the Black Ambition Prize. I don't know if you've heard about it before, but the Black Ambition Prize, they have been giving out grant opportunities, investment capital opportunities to so many different business owners, especially Black business owners and just minority business owners. Even if you're not Black, if you're a part of LGBTQ plus, if you have lived in a rural urban community, if you are like first generation college graduate, right, they give out these opportunities to startups and small business owners, especially if you have an innovative project. They have collaborated with some amazing people like Pharrell Williams and so many great Black leaders that we know of. So I want to introduce you guys to the Black Ambition Prize competition. There's a competition, but they've given out $1 million grand prizes before, and they're not really specifying that on this particular one. But you can get up to $100,000. So it starts at $20,000 and it goes up to $100,000. So I want to show you here, and then we're going to read it together. Let me get my handy dandy laptop together. All right, so let's look at the Black Ambition. All right, so the Black Ambition, you can visit, you can just go directly to, honestly, you can Google this, Black Ambition Prize Competition. So let's read through it. All right, so it says the Black Ambition Prize Competition strengthens pathways to entrepreneurship, increases access to capital, expands pathways to growth, and highlights the talents of underrepresented founders. So Black Ambition seeks to support entrepreneurs from backgrounds that have historically been overlooked by venture capital funding. To be eligible to apply, a team must have at least one of the founding members that has such a background. So you got to be Black, African American, Hispanic, Latino, LGBTQ plus, parents who've earned income below the poverty level, first generation immigrants, first generation college graduates, and those raised by a single parent. Founders from any Black background traditionally overlooked in venture capital funding may apply regardless of the race. Okay, so even though it's called Black Ambition Prize, you can still go for it, even if you're not Black. Okay, so teams applying for the Black Ambition Prize must have at least one founder or co-founder who identifies as an underrepresented founder. A member of the founding team is identified as having a C-suite or VP level role. And eligible ventures must growth ready companies that have not yet raised more than $1 million in dilutive funding to date in innovating in these sectors. So you must be innovating in technology, healthcare, consumer products and/or services. So that's you and I. Media, entertainment. So there you go. All right, our friend is here. Keep up hustle press, so you can go for this one too. And artificial intelligence, right? So, because it's time to even the playing field, there's not just space for more diverse leaders in these industries, there's also an overwhelming necessity. Your ideas and innovation combined with right support will tip the scales in a way that permanently changes the landscape in these arenas. We know that building bold ideas and innovative companies requires collaboration and support. So eligible ventures will compete for awards between $20,000 to $100,000. So you also get growth capital, coaching, pitch wellness and leadership workshops, community, online and in-person events and funder introductions, cohort-based mentorship, exclusive training opportunities with global brands, resources like supports values at more than $20,000 per partner, marketing, vending, and product placement opportunities. So this competition is for ventures that have shown progress against the venture concept. So you have to have tested the concept, working the prototype, minimum value product. So in other words, you have to have a measurable impact. Okay. And I've always been saying this. I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. You need to have something that shows that your product or service is needed in the market. How can you measure that? You can, if you have your business website up, if you have your Google profile set up, and you're taking in surveys, even without having your product or service on the market yet, if you have already like put it out there on social media and people are doing pre-sales, that is data and analytics that shows proof that your product or service is actually needed in the market. So do you have a actual like valuable product or service, right? To learn more about eligibility requirements for the Black Ambition Prize, you can go to their website. So we're going to go directly to their website. Applications close on May 2nd. So as I said, they have done things with Pharrell Williams. I think that was the one in 2024. And this woman here, she won the $1 million, I believe. She has a tech project. And I think this guy here, he did something in like the entertainment sector. So yeah, you guys, this is not a new program. I'm being so honest with you. This is not a new program. This is their 5th annual program, and I'm so happy to bring it to you guys. These are their partners. So you got Billboard, Complex, Variety, Essence, Forbes, Vogue, Revolt. So why wouldn't you want to be able to go for this opportunity, even if you don't win? The simple fact that you'll be in a room with all of these amazing partners: Billionaire Boys Club, Chanel, Adidas, Louis Vuitton, Comcast, Visa, right? Like, come on now. This is really dope. So you can visit blackambitionprize.com. Let me zoom in for you. Blackambitionprize.com. You guys can see it in the address bar. And then you can actually learn more about it. So this is a really great opportunity for you to get up to $100,000 for this particular one. Okay, I like this one, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm definitely going for it for myself, right? I'm a co-founder of 2 different tech ideas. One is a fintech, and one is also like something that can be globally used for just general services. So and then also I'm into international real estate, right? So and just not international real estate like just doing Airbnbs all around the world. I'm actually doing actual developments. Like I want to build more hospitals, right? And I want to bring in more hospital tech, right? So that type of situation, I'm definitely going for this. Yeah, you guys, we went back to the chat, man. So good. All right, so let's move forward to the next grant. This next grant is what you call a micro grant. This micro grant is called the Start Pivot Grow Grant. I talk about this grant a lot actually on my YouTube channel. They're in their Q1. Okay, so you can go for it. It's $2,500. Simple application. Application's like not even 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and show you here. And I'll also show you who they are looking for. Now, Start Pivot Grow usually gives out about $2,500 to startups, but this one seems a little bit different. They are looking for someone who's not just in their idea phases. They're looking more so for startups who are generating revenue. All right, so let me show you guys this one. I think you guys can definitely ask me questions if you have any questions, because That's the whole purpose of this thing, right? It's like a grant Q&A, and I'm showing you some new grants that I found. All right, so start, pivot, grow. And it says apply now for the Q1 2025 $2,500 Start Pivot Grow grant. All right, so running a small business comes with numerous challenges, from managing daily operations to finding the capital needed for growth. Small business owners without relationships with banks, credit unions, or equity investors struggle to access capital when times get hard. So their $2,500 quarterly micro grant provides a non-dilutive funding. Sorry, you guys, I want to try to make it better for you. How about that? We're going to try to make this better so you can actually see it. Okay, that's much better. Now I can see it even better. Okay, so what does it say here? In $2,500 quarterly, micro grants provided non-dilutive funding, meaning you don't have to give away a portion of your business to get the financial support you need. These grants can be a lifeline, helping you cover essential expenses, invest in growth opportunities, and ultimately achieve stability and success. Companies must be active U.S.-based businesses. All right, so this is only for the United States. This is not for my international clients. Okay, I love y'all. So grant usage, you can use it for utilities, commercial rent, inventory, professional development, software marketing, and bookkeeping experts services. Then you have this one that says the eligibility. You must be in business for at least 2 years. Annual revenue of 50K or more. A validation of income will be requested. What does validation of income means? Yes. So with the grants, okay. So with these grants, when they need validation of income, it's not, oh, I'm going to give my business, like my business bank statements. No, this is a thing where they're going to ask for your business tax returns. So make sure you are doing your business taxes, and 1 to 2 employees, including the owner. Okay, so you are counted as a employee. That's how this works. This is the actual application itself. They only ask one question. Please describe in full detail how you intend to use the $2,500 grant if awarded. Break down your proposed use of the funds and how this will impact your business. Very simple, short, and sweet. All right. Simple application. They have some application notes. All right. We disperse 1 grant each quarter with a rolling application deadline, meaning we accept applications year round. Next announcement will be held on March 31st. All right. On Instagram. So make sure you follow them at Start Pivot Grow on Instagram. Provide accurate contact details and demonstrate the need and eligible use of funds. It's open to US-based for-profit businesses only. Incomplete or multiple applications will be voided, which means you need to put in 1 application per business owner. Okay, if you are a business owner that has multiple businesses, your applications will be voided. Only submit 1 application. Multiple submissions will be voided. Confirmations will not be sent due to high volume. This is very important. Some of you guys have been applying to grants and you've been saying, I'm not sure if I've actually applied to it correctly because I never received confirmation. Well, this is why. Because when you really start doing business and you start doing like marketing and you actually own your, like, even if you have like a client management software, CMS, like Go High Level or School, right? You guys know that you have to pay for your marketing. You have to pay for each email that's being sent. I have to pay for each text message that gets sent, and even phone conversations, right? I own my number, the 855-731-1487. Well, that's the number that I own, which means every text message that goes out, I have to pay for it. Every phone conversation that we have per minute, I'm paying for it. And so I'm not on like any type of business plan through AT&T because I'm international, right? I have to have a toll-free number for all of my clients. I'm not just for US-based businesses. And so, this is their past winners. All right. So shout out to these folks. And you guys can potentially be winners too. All right. So there you go. That's the Start Pivot Grow application. So there you go. Let me see. This is the next one. It's called the Pegasus Angel Accelerator. You guys know I like accelerator programs. Let me see, because Noni has a question. The question is, that's why I follow the lives. Awesome. Hustle. Whatever business you do, incorporate your own music into it for it allow. Okay, that's cool. Try and get your songs played at new and popular restaurants and lounges. Oh, this is really dope. Thank you, Noni. Shelby, do you have to do a grant for each business, or is it transferable like an umbrella company? No, a grant for each business. So I have a parent company, right? And it's called Clark Investments. And so Clark Investments is the parent company that holds all of my LLCs that I have, including the ones that are international. Clark Investments is the investment corporation that actually invests into each business that I have going on. So no, I don't apply to grants for my investment corporation because it's an investment corporation. It's supposed to have its own money. That's not how this works. You don't get a grant just so you can have money to invest. No, investors already got the money. That is actually backwards because it's like, oh, no. So what you do is you apply to grants for each LLC that you have. And it opens up doors for other opportunities because you never know which LLC has more opportunities than the other. If I can be honest with you, the tech companies, any type of tech company or tech innovation, there's trillions of dollars in grant funding and just in funding in general for us. So that is the market, that is the industry that gets the most money in grant funding tech. Why you guys think I'm a co-founder to two tech ideas? It's not just for the money, but I also believe in the revolution that it will bring in the financial industry and also general services. Hey, good morning, John. Okay. So I just got a grant for 1 whole year of rent. Hey, shout out to you. My goal is to be a occupied dwelling for a year in a multifamily unit. Any suggestion for real estate grants? So I've said this once before. When you're getting into real estate, that is a high earning industry, and they actually expect you all to have your own money when you come to the table with that. And let me tell you why, especially with U.S. based U.S. based real estate investments. People literally take out HELOCs, home equity line of credit, to be able to invest into like rental properties. People sell their assets and their materials so that way they can have the money to be able to invest into this type of market. People have 401ks and other savings that they have been putting into these accounts for X amount of years. That way they will use those assets to be able to invest into real estate. So that's how this is how people really get started in that market. You know what I mean? Like, people really do that type of stuff. So with that being said, there will not be a grant that they will give to you for you to be able to get started into real estate. If you decide to do like some sort of nonprofit program to help with low income families, well, explain to them what will make your low income family be your low income program. What's going to make you innovative and different from, the those other federal funded programs like HUD, right? Where they're giving out financial literacy, one-on-one coaching, accounting strategies, and all kinds of stuff. What's going to make you so innovative and different? And how are you going to guarantee that these low-income families will be able to get an affordable home according to their income, right? So that you have to, and it's nonprofit, not for profit, right? So that's another kicker. You got to be nonprofit. That will help increase your opportunities and approvals. So I would say go for those. Like, if you're gonna start a program, then that's the way you can get a real estate grant. Hey, what's considered a tech business? Anything in AI, anything in, okay, what do you mean what's considered a tech business? Anything with a computer. It has something to do with a computer. Um, it can be AI, like I said. It can be fintech, it can be biotech, it can be like renewable energy tech. You can be doing like creating a whole new electric vehicle charging station that doesn't need to, it can be portable, so it doesn't need to be a physical station like the Tesla stations that I don't know if they're working now. You could be creating like a specific product, a handheld device. I don't know. Like, there's so many different tech ideas that you have to be innovative and you have to think of. Yeah. Any startup grants opening up soon? Yeah, the $10,000 Honeycomb Credit Grant. You can go for that one. Yep. I'm going to talk about that one in a minute. Low income housing has to be nonprofit. Yeah, so for grants, Denise. I think I'm saying it right. Denise, yes, Denise. For grants, it must be if you want to go for non like debt free opportunities, you want to go for grants, not traditional lending. If you want to go for grant opportunities, it's best that you develop a nonprofit and create some sort of nonprofit program. Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. And can you own a for-profit business? Oh, Dennis, sorry. So sorry. Can you own a for-profit business and nonprofit business doing the exact same thing? Yeah. Yes. I have Superior Business Development Solutions where I make income and it's a for-profit business and I write grants for you guys. But I have Superior Solutions, which is a nonprofit organization that goes to different, you know, sectors, different places, and does speaking engagements for free, right? Where I just speak for free and I talk about what grants are and all that good stuff. Doing the same thing. It's just one's for profit, one's not for profit. Okay, perfect. Good morning, friend. I'm late to watch the hey there. No, you're only 30 minutes. We're only 30 minutes in. All right, so yeah, so real estate, do a affordable housing program or whatever other program you want to do, and then just explain exactly and just go for grant opportunities that like the mission aligns with what you're doing, right? So yeah, this is like if you keep going for grants that are like, oh, okay, grants for black owned companies, but like you can go for grants that is like, okay, we are looking for how do you find these grants? Grantwatch.com. There you go. I know you were going to ask that. Grantwatch.com. But grants for affordable housing projects. There's people that are doing tiny homes, right? Container homes, and you can get grants for that, right? You can get grants for that if you're doing like a tiny home community for persons with disabilities, homelessness, for low income families, single families, things like that. But it's nonprofit, right? So there you go, nonprofit. All right, so let's move on to the next accelerator. This accelerator is giving out $100,000 per usual. I love accelerator programs. You guys can actually follow these folks. They got a YouTube channel. Well, let's go ahead and check in and see what they're talking about. All right, so it's called the Pegasus Angel Accelerator. I've talked about them once before on my YouTube, and they are back. They are back for more. Okay, accelerate your launch pad for startup success. All right, so why should you join the Pegasus Accelerate? Accelerate connects startups with top investors and mentors to provide the guidance and resources needed to grow and scale. Join our 3-month program starting in spring 2025 in Santa Monica, California, tailored to help you achieve your business goals. So you can watch their video. What you get is access to powerful network. So their network goes beyond funding with over 500 seasoned investors. We connect you with mentors who can guide, advise, and champion your success. Expert guidance at every step. So from marketing your products to scaling operations and connecting with clients, our mentors bring the expertise you need to navigate and start the journey. And then your shortcut to success. It says, don't face the startup grind alone. Partner with us in our network of angel investors and mentors. Propel your business to the next level. Really cool. All right, so you get all of this good stuff. I want to go over it with you. You get $1 million in perks, 5 times increased valuation, so helping you drive exponential growth, tens of millions raised. This is what they've done. Over 850 mentors and advisors, 76% acceptance rate, and I said $1 million in perks. Okay, so this is some founders that they have that have won. So you guys can go on here and just take a look at, watch the videos. Let's talk about who they're looking for. They're looking for early stage startups. All right, early stage startups to invest time and effort into growth. It says, show us you've made progress with your product or service. Our traction matters. Like I said, I keep saying this. This is what they're looking for. They're not just looking for anybody, okay? Merit businesses. Open to all industries. So we're industry agnostic and considered startups in every sector. So for my friend that's getting into real estate, yay, go for this one too, right? Pegasus Angel Accelerator Program. The benefits, what do you get? You get a $100,000 investment, receive $100,000 in funding up to valuation cap of $3.5 million to fuel your next stage of growth. Customized growth plans, so they help you with KPIs and all of that other product development and helping you develop your team. Access to additional funding, give facilitated introductions to top tier investors and funding resources to secure follow up on investments. Strategic advisory boards. Build out your advisory board to address operational gaps and accelerate your company's project progress. And fun fact, advisory board. All right, when you have a team of people that you can say, all right, you are the founder, you have a co-founder, you have a VP, or you have a VP. You might have a CMO, right? Someone who does like your marketing, a CFO, so a financial officer, right? Um, these having those bodies of people alongside with your development really shows that other people believe in your vision too, and that really is a great way to increase your chance of approvals. And I've just learned that with me applying to these accelerators for my tech ideas, I was like, oh, so we're actually getting them because not just because, but also it shows that other people believe in our idea too, and it's us, and we're all like across the world. All right, so 3-month intensive program. That's what you get. Participate in a curriculum to help you avoid early stage pitfalls and scale strategically. So for those of you who just need that development help, that's good for you. Unmatched mentor network. So tap into our network seasoned mentors for guidance, connections, and support across all facets of your business. And $1 million perks and packages. So you get access of suite of perks, tools, and resources to help you reduce burn and drive efficiency to every growth stage. So a lot of those client management softwares, you don't have to really pay much for them. And that's really dope. This is how it works. It's a 12-week curriculum, one-on-one office hours, personalized guidance from your experienced team, mentor connections, and then you get so it's tailored introductions to mentors within our extensive network. In addition, we host 2 in-person classes each week, covering a range of critical topics. Past classes have included brand strategy, fundraising, brand strategy. This is something y'all need. Logos, website, everything needs to look good. All right. Fundraising, which is getting more access to grants, more other programs, and also investment capital opportunities. Intern recruiting, all right, hiring some folks. CAC, LTV, and margins, channels, and partnerships, pricing, cap tables, Series A and beyond. UI UX best practices. This is very important for those who are building apps. I'm at this stage right now in my tech development where we are doing UI UX, and this is pretty much the user interface, like what this is, right? If you get on a website, this is the best way, the most simplest way I can put it. What is it like when you actually open up the website or you open up the app on your phone, and how fast things go when you tap on it? That is called UI UX, right? Your entire user interface, user experience, okay? Boards, founder dilemmas, financial growth hacking, and go-to marketing strategies. You get practice pitch sessions, so dedicated time to refine and perfect your pitch. This is so good for those of you who like want to go for those like high ticket pitch competitions and $1 million opportunities that require you to pitch. Well, guess what? Dedicated time to refine and perfect your pitch. They're helping you out. And then annual event, take the stage at our high impact event with a room full of engaged investors. So because you went through because you guys have went through this 12-week accelerator program, guess what? You get all of this stuff plus $100,000 opportunity, and you get to pitch your business in front of other investors. All right. So I like this one. You already know. Yeah. Okay, that's I like these accelerator programs. Okay, so any questions about this one? We're gonna go to the next one, which I've been talking about, which is a Honeycomb Credit Grant. You guys can have me apply for this grant for you. I've been applying for this grant for over 100 businesses. It's really cool. You have by April 2nd to apply to this one, or you can visit Honeycomb Credit yourself and you can apply to this grant yourself. It's a $10,000 grant opportunity for anybody who is starting a business, and we can go through. You guys can drop your questions in the chat. It says, make 2025 your breakthrough year. The start of the new year brings endless possibilities, and we're here to help you seize them. The Breakthrough $10,000 grant is designed for small business owners like you, visionaries who are ready to take their dreams to the next level. Apply below. It asks one question: what would you do with the $10,000? And it says the more specific you can get, the better, because Honeycomb likes to see a clear outline of potential use of funds. Okay, simple, short, sweet application. You can apply to it yourself, or you can have me apply to it for you. All you have to do is purchase my $37 course, which teaches you all about these type of programs that we just went over: the $100,000 Pegasus Angel Accelerator, the Start Pivot Grow Grant, and especially the Black Ambition Prize one, which gives you up to 100K as well, with some really reputable partners as companies as partners, right? So yes, y'all, that was 100, that 200,000. That was 200,000. $212,000 worth of grant programs that we literally just went over. And so I hope y'all are like motivated, because I mean, while I got these tabs open, obviously I'm applying to them myself. But when I found these earlier, I was like, ooh, we got something to talk about. We got to talk about these opportunities. All right, so did it take a while to start earning money for grant writing? When did you know that you are ready to write for other businesses? When I won a grant myself, I always use proof of concept as my way as my marketing point. Nobody's going to buy your product or service if you cannot prove that your actual product or service is needed or is worth it, right? So I won a grant myself, and the first grant I ever won was through, I believe it was the Fearless Fund, which was a $10,000 opportunity. Then I was able to get the SBA $10,000 grant too. So after I did it for myself, keep in mind that I also did credit repair consulting at the first stages of my business. So the credit clients that I had, after, in the midst of me repairing their credit so they can get other funding opportunities to start a business, I just offered the service of writing grants for them for free until I got certified as a grant writer. Yeah. And then once I got certified as a grant writer and I understood the code of ethics and the way that this goes, then what I did was I just put the service out there, and I use social media platforms, not just YouTube, but also Instagram and Facebook, to put more of this information out there and to create more of awareness around it, because I came to the table so genuine, and I'm always being genuine about making sure you guys are educated and knowing about these debt-free opportunities. That is what helps me build trust. Now, I can't say that I have not faced any adversities. I've went through multiple relationships. People who do not comprehend how grants work definitely came out and said I was a scam, things like that. There's even videos that people have made that have tried to tear down my character. But I persevered through all of that, and I had to make sure that I stood tall in my business and in my education, and I just kept pushing forward. 3 years of me having to 3 years of me having to protect my character and my business reputation, and I still kept going forward. Now I have people all across the world, video testimonials, written testimonials through different e-commerce platforms, and even through the comments here that state that the education I've given them is worth it. And even just the other day, as we saw, Rio won an accelerator program simply off of him consistently being on here on my live streams and paying attention to the tips that I drop and the gems that I drop. So it's not about really having a confidence. It's about aggressively needing to, make it go to the next level. I got tired, and that's just that. Yeah, you get tired. You get tired of staying in the same spot and doing the same thing and being in the same cycle. And even when I started, I've been doing consulting, business development consulting for 10 years, right? And grant writing in the midst of that. But when I first started, I was in credit consulting. And when I was repairing people's credit, I did not like the mindset that people was in, whereas they felt like they can repair their credit and then they can just mess it all up and then come back again and repair their credit, and not really valuing banking relationships and valuing relationships in general. So I decided that I wanted to go and speak more to business owners, more to startups, and I did not want to service just the general public anymore, because I just wanted people who are serious about developing their financial lives, people who are serious about taking themselves to the next level, and who are just not spectators, or who just don't want to just make money just to try to keep up with some sort of Instagram lifestyle. So because you get tired of those type of clients and you start to weed out the ones that you are looking for, you start to develop your actual client avatar. You start to say, okay, I want these particular people in this particular age group that have these particular problems, specific problems. And how you're able to get through them is by offering some sort of client form before your consultations, or asking them, probing questions in your consultations to narrow down if this is the best client for you. You can't accept everybody's money. Every dollar is not good. And so I stayed consistent on that, and that is what brought me to where I am today, traveling the world, talking about grants and offering my services. Yeah, she applied for me yesterday. Get in, don't miss out. My girl is the best in business. Thank you so much, Renee. I saw those, but you are amazing to me. Thank you. Yes, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're going to be a so that's actually an ex. Fun fact, that's an ex that I used to date. Haitian narcissist. Don't ever do it. And that's an ex I used to date. And what he did was he actually paid people to be my clients. And they went in for literally 3 years straight. They were purchasing my services, all kind of stuff. And then they were canceling the services, tearing up my relationship with Stripe, all kind of stuff. So never date a narcissist. Learn the red flags and see the red flags. But I was very bliss to all of it. And it sucks because he's a person that has a lot of, like, at the time he had a lot of social media followers. So I believe that the social media followers he had, they would be like quality type of persons. He brought me some clients when I was doing credit, but then those type of mindsets of people he brings, no, not at all. Those are not the people that I want to deal with at all. I only want to deal with business professionals, right? So I learned that in at the beginning years of my entrepreneurship, like, hey, you're bringing me these clients, but these are people who only want to pay $50 a month for credit repair. They don't value their credit. They don't value their banking relationships. These are people that literally just want. These are also womanizers. People I'm learning about some of these clients that they're felons. These are clients that they actually steal from other people. Like, they do fraud, all kind of stuff. So when I learned about these things, I'm like, why are you bringing me these type of people? And come to find out, it was actually a setup. And me and my lawyer, we stood 10 toes in that, in making sure that we had to handle what we had to handle. But it was a setup from all along. And I learned that even his friends do this womanizing thing where they like to get these certain type of women from these country towns that are not super hip to certain things, and would like for them to do a lot of fraudulent things, and would make them do a lot of crazy stuff, and then turn around, and this is the narcissistic situation, and say, if you leave me, then I will do this A, B, C, and D to you, right? Thank God that I didn't get trapped in that way, but he almost tried to. And then in the midst of the breakup, he was just like, let me tell you something. This is more spiritual than you guys know. This person has spirits on him that truly, like, are demonic. And he saw the light in me. He saw my destiny. And he literally was sucking the life and the shine out of me. Literally. And when I learned about this type of spirit, right, which is so interesting because he has such a praying mom, a mom that, like, she prays literally 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., like 2 hours, 3 hours straight, she praying. But he's so manipulative, man, and he just there's a lot of men out here that are like that, right? And those type of spirits, it's not even just men, because there's women too like this. Those type of spirits, you have to be very aware. That's why you have to ask questions and do not ignore the red flags, because it affects your business and it affects your development process. After the breakup, yes, I was still making money, but I was the most depressed ever. And to the point to where I was also fearful of my life, because he was putting my address on the internet, telling people to come by my apartment, my condo, and all kind of stuff. So I literally had to take drastic measures to protect myself, because obviously I lived by myself. And you know, the relationship that you have with other people, like that affects your development process. So those videos that you possibly that are still up, because I'm not doing no copyright, whatever. I actually gave him that YouTube channel. I had three YouTube channels. I gave him that YouTube channel that he still makes income off of my face to this day. Cool. That is what you call letting go and letting God, because there is absolutely nothing else that this man could ever say, do, or come close to me right now where I am in this point in time in my life. And I'm so serious. That serpent does not have any power over my life absolutely anymore. I have been delivered. I have been fasting and praying. And this is an individual that I don't even think about. When I left Miami, I left all of that in Miami, including him and his situations or whatever the case may be. And I prayed so hard that he has such an abundance of a great life that he never even thinks about me, forgets that I even exist. And ever since then, that was it. I don't hear from this person anymore, and I don't care to hear about this person anymore. But there are some people that will still come into your life and like try to bring those things up. Like, I'm not going to say that I haven't had even women now, older women, that they know of my fiance, where our relationship now, and they like his, whatever they are, whoever they are, right? And so you have some people that are just naturally jealous spirits or just bitter, right? And so they might try to bring up your past, but it's very important that you just keep persevering through it all, and you know exactly who you are, and what you're bringing to the table, because they're not in your caliber anyway. You know what I'm saying? And most of these people that's talking about you, most of these people that are jealous of you clearly, or they just have some sort of burning sensation about having to tear you down, literally that is like straight jealousy, envy. They like you, they love you more than they even know, for real. Like, they want to be you, for real. So you have to let it go. People just have this bitterness about themselves, and I don't entertain it. I pray for them, and I just let it go. God said you don't fight evil with evil, you gotta love thy neighbor. So you just be like, all right, cool. So sometimes it be trolls that come on here, and we be on live. The trolls be coming on here, be saying all kind of stuff about my forehead, all kind of stuff. You think I care? No, I absolutely don't, because the information that I'm talking about is way more vital, way more important. And also, you guys actually winning these opportunities that I'm talking about is way more important than what I've got on in this live stream, how my hair look, if I got lashes on or if I don't. All of those things. None of that stuff matters. It's the information and what's being delivered. Was he a Libra? No, he was a Gemini. I told you about my day the other day. Went off on that fool. Yeah, you can't be giving them. You can't be giving them the energy, because these demons out here, man. That's how they live, off of that type of energy. hmm That's how they get their fuel. So you can't give it to them. Oh, let me see. Renee says, "But look at you now. God has His hand all over you." Thank you so much. Lion says, um, Jesus love beautiful face. Thank you. They are haters. Yes, I love your beautiful face. Thank you. Thank you. Nothing but the truth, gratitude. Thank you so much. I've been through it, y'all, like, for real. Physical abuse, right? Um, so domestic violence from the same person, my ex Haitian. I've seen all of my friends turn on me when he was posting those videos about me, right? And then guess what? I still had to persevere. And now I'm globally talking about grants, winning $5 million deals and all kind of stuff on different type of panels, doing all kinds of different businesses. I'm not worried about what this man do. He is still in Fort Lauderdale, chasing behind Kodak Black and looking for that acceptance. Aside from the information, I need one of those things. This is so I don't drink. So, so I don't drink alcohol, right? But this is what they call, this is a Virgin Chapman. So it's like, I don't know, it's like juice and soda. Mm-mm. It's like juice and soda with a little bit of lemon juice in it. It's really good. Let me see. And my badge still isn't back, but perseverance is key. We need the badge. You have to put like an actual debit account in there. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Thanks. It sounds like the makings of a leader. Yes. YouTube is hating on your badge. I'm telling. It's really Chime though. Chime got to do better with their the way they do business. It's really good. I love mocktails. Mocktails is just really good. So yeah. Oh, I'm at this place. This is a new place because usually we're at Uncle T's, but we're at this new place. It's called The Living Room. You guys can Google it. It's called The Living Room Abuja. They got a really cool menu. I told y'all like all the places they have these. This is where the menu is, and they got their own reward system. So yeah, I've been coming here too. This is like day 3. I usually come here before I go to Uncle T's. Reason being is simply because they're giving out a reward-based system. A reward-based system. And you know, I believe in getting my rewards. So I'm here on day 3. After the 4th day, you get a free drink. Okay. By the time you've been here for 10 times, right? Not 10 days straight. See, me, I'm going to dedicate my every day to be here. But after 10 times, then you get like a free meal. So I'm on day 3. I'm on time 3. I'll be here next week. We'll start next week because tomorrow I'm fasting. I'll be fasting for 2.5 days, almost 3 days. And then after that, I'll be back on regular scheduled programming come Monday. So on Monday, I'll be back in here, which will be day 4. I should have a free drink by then. And I think on your 6th or 7th one time, you get a free cake. And then on the 10th time, you get a free meal. Their menu is quite extensive, really cool. It's called The Living Room. And the vibes is really nice. Let me show you. So I'm sitting here. Right. So it's like a little cafe. And no, I'm not in Miami. This is literally Abuja, Nigeria. All right. The whole vibes. Okay. Yeah, they got places like this. I can't wait to show you. Oh yeah. So yesterday I went to some real estate, like, you know, what I'm investing in, to real estate development. And yeah, these apartments, or well, we call them apartments in the US, but these short, what do they call it, like duplexes is what they call it here. But these places are super nice, and I'm really excited to show you guys. Thank you for everything you do. Also, thank you for sharing your testimony. It's really a relief to see us thrive after going through the worst. Yeah. And the journey ain't over. They say more money, more problems. It's simply because it's more accountability and more responsibility that you have to take over your actions and also over your entire development process, and who you are dealing with. You know what I mean? So I went through that low budget situation. That's what I call it. I call it like crabs in a bucket. That's that whole situation coming from that type of world. That was just the beginning, because now that I'm developing these tech companies and I'm getting into like fintech and general services, well, guess what? I have a whole nother beast that I have to go against. So it never stops. It never stops. Especially if you a child of God, it never stops. So that was just one stage in my life that I had to go through to learn about those type of spirits and to understand the mindset and how those people think. Narcissistic people, they will use the Bible, they will use Bible verses, they will read 48 laws of power back and front and back, okay? So they can learn how to have these certain type of ways to manipulate you and play with you. So I understand that type of spirit. So if I come across an investor that simply wants to invest in my idea because he sees a beautiful woman and doesn't really care about how impactful my idea will be, well, I have to be mindful and I have to read between the lines of how he moves and how he acts, or how she moves and how she acts, right? So that was just to prepare me for this actual big billionaire journey that I believe that I'm going to be on. In addition to that, I have been told by multiple prophets that I am a ladder of success, which means, and I've also been told that rivers will flow from me, right? So which means I will be the one that, and I am the one that, one, I can bridge a gap between the diaspora and what's going on here in Africa. And then two, people, I will give opportunities or put them in position to where they can get rich or be able to take care of their families. So because I am that ladder of success that people must climb upon, I got to be strong. So I do have to come across different beasts, and I have to conquer these different, stages of life and different things that different obstacles and challenges I come across, so I can be that strong enough ladder that God needs me to be for those of you all who are just needing help to climb the ladder of success. So it don't stop there. It don't stop there. That whole X situation, all that stuff, I let that go because we got much, much bigger beasts um, to fight, right? Especially what's going on right now. Especially as me being a Black American, so much is going on politically that it does make me feel some type of way. And it's just kind of like, man, I'm about ready to do a whole boycott Black Panther situation because it's just so much going on in politics. And I think also, while we're on this subject really quick, how do you guys feel about like us as millennials and Gen Zs or what have you? I feel like it's about that time for us to start doing like these marches, protests, and these boycotts and stuff, because our ancestors did it and we kind of been living off of that whole entire situation. You know what I mean? Like segregated schools, and we've been able to take on more financial opportunities. But like, what's really going on in politics now is like, yeah, it's about that time. I don't know if you guys know, but for all of us colored folks, we're not shopping at Target starting tomorrow. So no more shopping at Target, and that definitely goes for the major cities, simply because they rolled out their DEI program. But don't just stop there at Target. Like I'd say, just go to do that with any type of business that doesn't have diverse equity inclusion, right? It's like really, I think it's really, that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like we need to start putting our energy to that. But then you have this, I'm viewing this whole entire new world we're in as like, for the Black Americans, it's like this 20 situation where it's like 80% of us don't care about what's going on. We simply don't want to hear the truth. We want to continue to be asleep, because we don't want to take accountability and responsibility for our actions and boycott and put in the energy to do that. And then lastly, we just simply want to be taken care of, right? Because you have those that are still living on government assistance, whatever have you, play crazy and get crazy checks, all that cool stuff, right? And so you got the 80% that's like, no, I'd rather stay focused on what's going on in sports and entertainment and media versus what's really going on in my backyard, or in my front yard rather, with this whole MAGA situation. So you got this 80% that like literally don't care. And then mind you, the alcohol and drugs that you consistently, the vices and bad habits, that's going to keep pushing you to that feeling of, I don't care. Why should I care? It ain't affecting me. Well, actually it is, because you actually can make way more money if you actually decide to get into these different market industries that would allow you to continue to have more money to do your vice and bad habits. I don't know what's going on there, the common sense behind that. But so you got that 80% that doesn't care and they don't want to put the energy into it. And then you got the 20% that's like, we need to do something about something, right? So that's kind of how I look at this. I just wanted to know what you guys' opinion is, because I'm definitely a part of the 20% that's like, um, all right, so this is how you get a visa. This is how you leave the US. This is how you get money, because it's who wants to be over there. And then this morning I learned that there's like this $5 million sale for citizenship. It's really interesting. So if you are, let's say, Lebanese, and you want to have a US citizenship, well, if you have $5 million, you can purchase your citizenship and come in the US and do whatever you please with investments and all that good stuff. Selling citizenship. Hmm. We are in a different world right now. And sometimes she said, Noni says, I don't want to march. I want to do something for my community to, I want to do something for my community to retaliate. So you don't want to, well, it doesn't have to be a march, but like it can be something that is very effective and impactful, right? So, um, it, but marches is like really good too, right? But it doesn't really have to do that. Like boycotting, right? Boycotting is something that our ancestors definitely did. So that way we can have certain opportunities, like being able to eat at Red Lobster, which I don't think most of us eat there anyway, but like, these different restaurants we like to enjoy without having to be segregated or separated. Let me see. And I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, they are orchestrating things for us to have a reaction. I am not playing with them. Yes, 1000%. Check out Black Project. But actually, it's time for us to have a reaction for real. That's kind of how I feel. They are all classic bullying tactics of poking the bear. I don't have time for it. My ancestors that had their own strategy, we can have our own. I am definitely boycotting though. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think boycotting is like the very first way to just like get our voices heard or to make some sort of change. But essentially, it's like, why stay in America? Like so many, like especially so many of us, like financial investors and leaders. Man, we've been out. Like we've been out the US. You got so many Black Americans that live in Latin America, that live in Thailand, that live over here, that come back over here to the motherland, or they feel like they're coming home. The reason why we're doing these things is because we know that within the next 10 years, like first of all, in these next 4 years, we already know the US dollar is over. Why do you think they're trying to put so much energy into crypto, which is weird? So that's that. And then it's like, and then what's the real thing about, like, most Black Americans don't even know about crypto or how it works. So that is also going to continue to put us behind. So no, like just leave, like move, like literally leave, and explore other countries and bring your business ideas to other countries, and don't be afraid. Remember, it does not take a high sense of urgency to do this. You are not in a rat race when you go to another country. The frequency flow of money is totally different. You can pay $3,000 for an apartment rental luxury for an entire year. So imagine selling a digital product and you make $3,000 in 24 hours. It happens. There's your rent for Africa. You can hire a driver, hire somebody to cook your food, do all of this stuff. Your monthly bills of that alone will probably be $500 USD. Why stay there where there's so many different places that you can go to, beautiful countries that have way more to offer than to stay in the US, where the dollar is value is sits severely decreasing every day. I'm gonna say this again. The United Kingdom pounds is worth more than dollars. It's been like that for a little minute. I would rather make my money in pounds for sure. Might just bring us together, right? But I think it needs to be a shift in business networking to buy Black and create revenue in our communities. Definitely, for sure. And we do that, but it's also about being willing to learn and being open-minded. There's so many different, like the Black Ambition Prize. This is a black owned firm. The Black Ambition Prize grant that gives you up to $100,000. These are black folks. This ain't no white doing it. Respectfully, yes, no. This is a team of black folks that put all of their millions together from their real estate portfolios and their other investments that they have in other different type of market sectors to give you guys multiple $100,000 opportunities plus over $1 million in deals and perks and mentorship. Yeah. So we can't say that these programs are not out here, right? They're out here. You just have to search for them. That's why I say use grantwatch.com, join different Facebook community groups of other, black business owners that offer some sort of really good value, and go to networking events, right? The best strategy is what we are doing, building ourselves to be self-sufficient as a people. Yeah, but not leaving each other out, right? Because you can be self-sufficient, but that whole mindset of I'm independent. So what happens is whatever's going on in your yard, I don't care what you got going on because I'm self-sufficient and I did whatever I had to do to come up. Then that's when you have the black folks that have the money that don't want to come back down the ladder and help out the rest of the people. That's how you develop those type of people. Whereas like I'm not targeting those people because at the end of the day, they had every opportunity to help me out. I'm self-sufficient. I'm hyper independent. Why they can't do what I did? Because everybody don't come from the same background and circumstances. Everybody's storyline is not the same. So sometimes we got to kind of, yes, it's cool to be self-sufficient, but also don't forget to come back down the line. That's why my grant writing services are affordable, right? Because I can be like the rest of my peers and charge y'all $1,000 per grant. Stormy Banks is an amazing grant writer, right? I love her content. I love everything she does. Absolutely, she's a doll. But she charges like $900 just to write 3 grants, right? I'm charging $150 a month to write 5 grants for you. It's enough, and I'm not using AI. I have a team of people that we're actually sitting down doing this for you. And to my other financial peers, right, who do funding and grants and stuff, they think I am crazy. They think I'm crazy. They like, you keep selling yourself short, and that's why you keep getting these type of clients, Shelly, because you are getting these clients who cannot really afford your services, but they sign up for it because it sounds appealing to their ears. And they tell me all kinds of stuff. I hear all the criticism, right? You need to up your price. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to. And I just be like, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt it in my spirit too. Like, you know what? It's so time. It's so time to do that. But then I've just found a different way of doing things. I can still offer my affordable services to startups and small business owners and still be able to give you guys like some good knowledge. But then I can also use other platforms to and other ways to network myself to those high ticket clients, right? And so once I understand more about what your project is and how far you are, then I'll give you a price quote, right? So it's a different thing. There's levels to my services for sure, but I'm not gonna let like uh, just because my experience, my success rate. Yes, I can charge over thousands of dollars per grant, but I'm just not interested in leaving my people behind. You understand? All right. So what are we saying? Boycott is essential. You gotta hit them in their pockets. Boycotting is essential, but flowing the money in our revolution, visas are necessary. Yes, you got to hit them in the pockets, Target, and those other places alike. Just aren't betting on us being united in boycotting. Yes, Burkina Faso is offering a U.S. citizenship through ADDI. Yep, I am boycotting most of these big businesses, Kroger for now, and black-owned businesses. That's it. Community and togetherness is necessary, right? I'm speaking of being self-sufficient as a people. That is what the VP 2025, us supporting each other. Yeah, for sure. She is expensive. I was like, oh, child, not right now. Yeah, I love her though. Great success rate, writing rate. She's been doing this since 2020. And she has such a great storyline too. It's not a storyline, but like her testimonial is really interesting. Like, you know, being frauded by your own best friend is like can be very heartbreaking. And this is a bit woman of business who has been, she's she did hair, like, you know what I mean? Like she has a really great business acumen, right? And now I love the way that she's developing the Pink firm. So I love what she's doing, and she's doing a group economics project in U.S. real estate. So that's really cool. Which also inspired me to do this, and I was like, okay, that's really cool because it's crazy because I was thinking about doing the same thing, and at the same time, I'm doing the same thing but more with international real estate, right? So she's really great for you guys in the U.S., but quite pricey. But I understand the reasons for why she is that price, right? The mindset behind this is the ones that just want free information, go to my Instagram or whatever have you. If you want to learn how to apply to grants yourself, then I'll teach you every Friday in this class. You can possibly pay $3 or $5 or whatever the low ticket offer is. And then if you, after being in this class and you learn that it takes a lot for you to do this, and that you love me so much that you're going to want me to do it. So if you want me to do it, then I'll charge you $900 to apply to 3 grants, write a grant proposal for you, and whatever have you. Well, I like the order of operations, how it works. That's super dope. But that also allows her to have a higher success rate because guess what? She gets actual business owners who have a proof of concept, right? Who has a proof of concept. Like the business owner, see, I get a lot of startups, and then sporadically I'll get tech companies and people who are like innovative because I reach out to those people. But these people are naturally coming to her. So when you do, it is true. When you increase your prices, the type of clientele you get, higher quality for sure. Higher quality for sure. Higher quality for sure. That is absolutely true. If I did like, so usually I have, okay, if I only offered my high ticket offer, which starts at $3,000, the type of my success rate, it will probably increase, right? For sure. I've been at 71 for like 2 years. And these businesses will be more seasoned, reputable companies, and I'll be able to go for higher ticket grants. Right now, because I want to be for everybody, um, the clientele that I get majority is startups and small businesses who haven't really generated revenue yet, or you might have generated revenue but less than $1 million annually. So that limits me to be able to go for like $5 million grants and stuff that I can just like put on YouTube and say, hey, this is what happened. So because she has her market set in that way, and also she offers free consultations, so that way she can determine, if you are the client that she's looking for. She's very picky, and I like that. I like actually love that the most about her, and it's so inspiring because it's like, yeah, like as a grant writer, I would love to be like that, but my heart just won't let me do it. My heart won't let me do it. It won't let me do it, and I think that has been sort of my, in a way, sort of like my thing of slowing me down, right? Which is why I get a lot of clients that at the end of the year in December they do chargebacks, and doing chargebacks is when you call on your card and say, well, this person ain't never do this, or I didn't like the service that she gave me, and then they take that money out of my account and it goes back to you as the client. But she doesn't have to experience those things because she's contract based and she's high ticket, right? So I do battle sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie about what that is and what that looks like. But you know, this is just me venting to y'all. All right, so what are we saying? When you can you discuss how to properly prepare before moving? Yeah, I'll probably do that in another. Properly prepare. Honestly, I left the United States on $1,000, so I don't think everybody can do what I did. So it's all different ways. I'm actually talking about that really on Sunday. Um, Thank you for helping the community at the affordable rate. We need you and appreciate you. Thank you. The rewards of the Most High is greater than money. You are blessed. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, she went through it too. It's pretty sad that you have to go through personal obstacle before success. Yeah, I mean that's you gotta build your character, right? It builds character. We need a paradigm shift which will allow greater success on a comprehensive level. Additionally, we need to safeguard against any negativity or destructive forces. Absolutely. Hey, good morning, Cotton. Um, I know I need a grant. I just got my $55 bill for my virtual office, and I'm quite mad about paying it today. Well, you got it's business expenses. Stay in the will of God for your life. Absolutely. But hey, I'm not gonna say that I haven't gotten that in my spirit. Like, hey, okay, you need to, you know, you need to tighten up. So yeah, I don't know, and not just tighten up. Like, oops, it's not just that. Not tighten up as in I'm like not doing good well in my work. Just like we need to. I don't know. Sometimes my spirit be telling me, "All right, now you are blessed with a gift. Why do you keep doing the same thing? Why are you only standing this?" It just kind of seems like feels like it's the same cycle. Like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And in order for you to go to the next level, it's time for you to start targeting those next level entrepreneurs. So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel that calling. So I don't know, it just kind of takes me to just get over it. But I feel that for sure. Like I've heard that too many times from too many of my mentors. Like, why are you doing this? Fun fact, we share the same mentors. So they all tell me the same thing. You have a YouTube, you are like the main grant writer that most people go to when they Google grants, they see you. And they go to your videos, you're consistent, and it's like you need to keep giving out the free information on YouTube, but when it comes down to your services, you got to start like being targeting more seasoned professionals. So I'm just venting to y'all. I'm sorry, but it does feel like I do have to do that, but I don't know. I'm gonna let go and let God on that one right there. Okay. The Lord be like, now I told you through multiple people to charge higher prices. When December come and these folks start doing what they do, don't call me. Jesus might be like, don't call me because I told you. New Year giving out grants for businesses. Yeah, we just went over like 4 grants at the beginning. Welcome in. I've been on here for like an hour and 20 minutes. $1,000 in a prayer. I'm trying to tell you. I just came across your video today, and as the video ended, this live popped up. You are a gem, and I send you love, enjoy, protection, health, abundance, and peace. Thank you so much. Stay encouraged and really sit with your spirit. Absolutely. Especially this weekend. He that goes forth sowing, weeping in tears, shall doubtless come again with the evidence of his sowing. Amen. All right, y'all. So we've been on here for a little minute, an hour and almost 20 something minutes, 25 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys go for the Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Watch the replay. The first like 20 minutes or 30 minutes of the video, we went over 4 really good grants that total out over $200,000 for startups and seasoned business owners too. And also, yeah, I'm going to put the links in the description of this video so that way it'll be easy for you to tap on it and apply yourself. And if you want me to apply to the $10,000 grant for you, all you got to do is purchase my $37 course. That information will be in the description. It's also in the description of all of my most recent live streams, okay? When my grants start pouring in, I'm going to pour into donating towards your business because you are doing the Lord's work. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You can be an investor to one of my tech ideas. How about that? We'll share the revenue. We will share the revenue. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your time. Sometimes it hurts to give, but God got you. Thank you. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Remember, I'll be fasting, so I might be like low energy, but I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, okay? Bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.